What's up, guys? Are you a small Amazon seller looking for a reliable 3PL to help you import, store, and forward your products to Amazon warehouses in the US and elsewhere? Maybe you've looked into warehousing options but found it too expensive, or they required a minimum volume of shipments for you to even have an account with them. Well, if that's you, don't go anywhere, because I recently discovered a company run by former Amazon sellers that focuses on helping current Amazon sellers with no minimum shipment requirement. While visiting California recently, I happened to be nearby their main warehouse in the US and thought I'd check it out and bring you along. Hey guys, here in beautiful Southern California today, just checking out the Tactical Logistics warehouse while I was in the neighborhood visiting some family. We're gonna see what goes on inside and whether it might be a good fit for your needs, no matter where you're located in the world. My tour of their facility was led by Rich, their director of operations, a super friendly guy who'd spent his whole life working in logistics. The facility was absolutely massive. It had to have covered at least a couple of acres, and as you can see here, there was just stacks and stacks of pallets and boxes. So we first made our way down one major aisle of the warehouse before reaching the area where they process returns.
These are returns.
Here, Rich showed me some plastic water bottles that had been sent from Amazon to his 3PL in California because Amazon had deemed them unsellable. If you live outside of the country where your products are being stored, you can either have Amazon destroy them on site, or if you would like to do your own inspection, you can have Amazon return them to your 3PL and they can do a check for you and let you know if they think the products are resellable.
Someone only has a few boxes. Instead of worrying about keeping them on a pallet, we throw them into our small locations.
So these are the less than container loads.
Well, this is stuff that maybe, you only have 5 of them.
Yeah.
So, they'll go there, they'll go on a shelf or something. This way you can still store some small product without having to worry about being in the middle of my whole warehouse.
And do you have minimums that you require for people to?
No, not that I know of.
Okay. So they can ship you a box.
Yes.
And they'll take it, huh?
Well, just keep in mind, you don't never know who your next big customer could be. Somebody that just got a really good product but you're not shipping on, and it takes off.
Yeah.
Next thing you know, instead of you being some little customer with me,
you'd be one of the big.
right?
Yeah.
And the customers, the smaller guys, they remember the fact that you were there for them when they were small. And we don't treat you differently either, if you know what I'm saying. We don't say, oh well, don't worry about him, because actually the smaller guy, you probably got to give him a little bit more attention because of the amount of product. Because if you don't get him moving, he's done. A bigger guy, usually they're pretty much on top of what they have, and they have enough product out all the time.
So as you can see, there's not a lot exciting to see within the warehouse, and it was enormous. I was kind of overwhelmed by just how many pallets of boxes there were all around us. I kind of felt like I was going to be buried under a mountain of products, and it was so quiet because of how densely packed the warehouse was. There's also not a lot of people working there because they're so efficient and they know exactly where all the customers' goods are to bring them to the area where they prep them for shipment either to Amazon or elsewhere. So you can see here that we just kind of walked down another long aisle of boxes before Rich brought me to a more open area where he said they were going to receive some full containers in the next month.
So this area here, basically we use this for bulk storage. I actually have a customer coming in with 100 containers starting next week. So we'll be filling this area up.
Wow.
And everything behind you, all these open racks, we'll be using them also to handle the 100 containers.
After that, there wasn't too much more to see in the warehouse, so we made our way back to the central area where they prepare pallets for going out to various destinations, a lot of which are Amazon warehouses here in the US. Rich told me that the company has actually existed since the 70s and it's been in the same family all these years. And now the current CEO, who was an Amazon seller himself, decided to focus on serving Amazon sellers. So they definitely know the experience of trying to get packages in quickly, get them to Amazon, and I was just really impressed with how efficient and well run everything was. Something else that really impressed me about Tactical is their ability to manage the entire supply chain for you, or to just do a single part of it. So you could actually still use DDP shipping from your supplier in Asia and have the supplier send your products to Tactical's warehouse in California. And at that point, you could just take advantage of their storage capabilities and forwarding onto Amazon. But if you needed to, they can also assist with freight forwarding and clearance into the United States. They can do port pickup and delivery. They can even send your goods directly from the port to an Amazon warehouse without stopping at their own warehouse on the way if you don't need their storage capabilities. And not to worry, if you are looking to sell in marketplaces beyond the United States, they told me that they have partners in Canada and Europe as well who can help with that. If you need the help of a 3PL that's focused on Amazon sellers, especially small individual sellers, Tactical is offering $100 off each of your first 12 inbound shipments, so up to $1,200 savings if you use the link in the description below this video. So that is the tour of the warehouse here in Chino. I learned a lot from Rich about what they can do. It sounds like they're growing since they're opening another location here in Southern California in about a month or two. So if you guys are looking for a third-party logistics provider here in the US to get your goods into America, I definitely enjoyed my visit here to Tactical. I would definitely recommend them based on everything that I learned here today. So if you want to check them out, look at the link in the description below this video.